Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. This is entertainment purpose only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Okay, watch out for scammers in the comment section or in any other place where they kind of pop up. I'm not reaching out. I'm not in a position to do personal or private readings. I do put a plug in for my donations, and I give a link for that. But I don't reach out, so that's not me. This is my disclaimer. I do thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm a very small channel, and I need all the support that I can get. So if you're looking at this channel or for the first time, by all means, press that like, press that subscribe. I will remind again at the end of this video. Okay, the donations. I had a link to donations, and then I had a problem with my computer. So if you are looking at the link for the donations, the email starts with the word harmony. The first email that started with my name, Barbara, no longer works. I will not get those. Please do not send to that link. Timeless Energy, I have several hundred videos, and they're all timeless. So if you go into the link for the information, you might see my old email address. Do not use that for donations. There is a link listed connected to this video with the new email address for PayPal. Okay, and that starts with the word harmony. Okay, to start off, welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be using the Wild Unknown Tarot, which actually is very nice. I've used it before for my 3-card. Now, everybody knows I do the 3-card if you've watched me before, and I will clarify those 3 cards. I'm using the Learning Tarot cards for the second layer. So there'll be 3 of these, 1 for each card that I originally put out. Okay, in addition to that, I will be following up with some Citadel cards. And this is, again, another one I really, really like. I'd like to use it more often. So we're going to go along with this pattern. And then at the end of the video, we're going to be pulling from the Cosmic Oracle Tarot. Okay. Now, and where did they go? Okay. They're there. Okay. The Wild Unknown Tarot. Here we go. Bear with me a little bit. It's been a little hectic. There's no space to shuffle. So I do it off to the side. It's a little awkward. Okay. For the 3 cards for today's Timeless Energy message, I call on Archangel Michael for protection and guidance. I call on Archangel Michael for protection and guidance. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me for today's Timeless Energy message. Spirit guide me for today's Timeless Energy message. Oops. And there it goes. Right out onto the floor. A flying message. Okay. The Father of Wands. And it is in the reverse. That's our first. And there we go. Oh, Spirit guide me for the second card in the Timeless Energy message. Spirit guide me. on Archangel Michael for protection. Spirit, guide me for the timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. Spirit, guide me for the timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. Spirit, guide me for the timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. Spirit, guide me for the timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. Spirit, guide me for the... And we have the Two of Swords. And that also is in reverse. One more card for today's timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. One more card for today's timeless energy. Spirit, guide me. One more card for the timeless energy message. Spirit, guide me. One more card. There we go. Put these over here. I got the Moon in reverse. And that's our third card. I was trying to find a spot here. Okay. I'm sorry about the lack of space that I'm finding myself in this situation. And all of that. With the Father of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. The first thing that sticks right out is all three of these have a chakra energy of the third moon. Or the third eye. Sorry, the moon. That's the moon. All three of them have the third eye chakra. Okay, that actually is something that might have happened once. 200 reads ago. It is not something that happens very often, trust me. Okay, and the third eye chakra is my favorite. I used this chakra to help clarify when I was learning and was just beginning. And trust me, I am still learning. Okay, but the third eye chakra is supposed to be intuitive. But there's a lot more to it. In some cases, it's the ability to be able to find the right words to communicate. It's the ability to be able to solve problems easily, which your gut instinct is important. And the one definition that I like the best is if you are feeling your gut instinct, like the red flags are popping up left and right, you trust your gut instinct. Now, there's a lot in the world that we can't trust. And it's really nice to know if you're in alignment and you are able to trust your gut instinct. Following your gut instinct sometimes doesn't work because you're not in alignment. But if you're in alignment and you trust your gut instinct, or you are basically working on a goal or going in a certain direction, or you sidestep suddenly. Something says, whoa, slow those ponies down. I need to just stop here for a minute. Or maybe you double check something and you find out that there's errors that you didn't notice before. You overlooked something, and your gut instinct maybe lets you get this feeling that there's something that doesn't feel right, and you trust that. Okay, that is what I believe the third chakra is. But it also includes solving problems easily. And with Mercury energy, it has something to do with being able to communicate with, which sometimes we have difficulty with that, right? Okay. Now, let's start with the Father of Wands. Now, it is in reverse. All of these are in reverse. That is another synchronicity that I would definitely point out. Because in reverse, the Father of Wands, your main focus might be on self-promotion, or maybe someone that you're involved with, their main purpose is on self-promotion, or it's deliberate. Now, I know that some readers, you take the definition of the card and you kind of take the general idea of the positive stuff and you reverse it. And I know some of the readers take the pictures and kind of like, I don't have a memory, so I kind of mix it all up a little bit based on whatever feels right. Now, the Father normally it has to do with some kind of direction. Getting your act together. Now, getting your act together with the Father of Wands might actually be a very good energy, except that this is in reverse. So it's not a matter of getting your act together. It's a matter of maybe you're not spending your time doing the things that you need to do in order to get your act together. You're doing the exact opposite. You're not getting your act together. And you're doing whatever it is, spending your time with whatever it is that you're doing, whatever habit, whatever pattern. It's deliberate. So these are choices that are being made that are deliberate. Okay, now this does not mean that's a bad thing. We get up in the morning, we have a dozen things that need to be done, but whatever happened, like within the first half hour of our day, we're picking whatever it is that we're able to do during the course of that day. Hopefully we're sticking to a plan. Hopefully we've got some kind of responsibility that we're actually getting out of the way, or whatever. Now, this could go in reverse. Maybe you get up and you decide to like toss all of those off to the side. It's not important. You're going to run off and do something else. That is a personal choice that you're doing in your logical mind. Something you can't blame anybody else for. Now, egotistical could be the energy of the Father of Wands in reverse, and that is like the attitude, well, they have more knowledge or more experience, or I mean like you, if it's you or if it's someone else. They're coming across like they have more experience. They're coming across like they have more education. They're coming across like they know better than you. And that is egotistical. And this is the energy. But with this in reverse, that is what that is. So you are dealing with somebody that might be egotistical. You are dealing with somebody that's coming across or trying to convince you, like we said. Your main focus is on self-promotion. If you've got yourself in a situation where you're trying to promote your abilities in order to be favored in any way, you will probably be using that energy of coming across like you've got more experience, coming across like you know better than them, especially if you're dealing with a minor or a younger person, giving the good advice, hoping that if you're competing with somebody else, because I do see I can see some real competition in this energy. Okay, so if you're competing with somebody else and there's only enough time or energy for that focus of when you need advice, call me because I know better and I can give you all the advice that you want and I know better than they do. So don't call them, call me. Okay, the step-by-step, like taking control and being overbearing and being a little bit egotistical. That is this energy and it is deliberate. Now, with the third eye chakra being able to find the right words to communicate. That doesn't say that the right words are honest words. That says that you want to communicate this message and you're able to find the exact right opportunity to fit that little message in. So subconsciously, whoever you're giving that message to is absorbing that message and filing it for later on when they have choices that they need to make. They're filing that little message. Okay? And then, of course, hey, if they have a comfort level with you and they don't have a comfort level with a different person, they're going to call you for advice. Okay, so this is deliberate. Now, when we move to this Two of Swords, we're also talking in reverse. Now, in this case, in reverse with this deck of cards, this basically says that it's the decision is being taken out of your hands. You don't have control of it. You're not even close enough to the team players to convince anybody that you can play ball right alongside of them. The decision is completely out of your control. It's a done deal. Now, in reverse, well, I don't know. Again, you could be communicating this with your body language. You could be communicating this verbally with the choices that you make, the time that you're with somebody, the attention that you're actually paying in the direction of somebody, showing interest in somebody. There are only so many hours in the day. And everybody has choices every day, all day. Okay? So this here is basically the choice, whatever it is that was being made, has already been made. And here you have the energy of deliberate actions or deliberate communication. That didn't have to be like right this minute. That could have been like in the past. That could have been leading up to this decision. But whatever the energy is, the decision has been made. It's final. You're done. It's over. The communication has been done. The decision has been made. This is not a situation where you can change your mind easily. And the third eye chakra is an energy which could be, you could change your mind easily. But this is, whatever this is led up to, the decision has been made. Your intuitive ability, your gut instinct, however it is that you feel, and no matter how often you go around and around and around and around that hamster wheel, we don't need to focus on the past because this decision's already been made. There's nothing you can do about it at this point. If you're resonating with this, we have one more card, so don't start running off there. Just keep watching. The third card here, by the way, is the moon. Again, the third eye intuitive gut instinct, the third eye intuitive ability, those feelings of not having a comfort level and stepping off to the side or pulling off of the road, and that choice might have just saved your little fanny. I'm not actually sure I can say the word fanny. Oh well. Okay. So I did it. The moon energy normally in the upright, it's really difficult to tell the difference between what is real and what is not real. Okay? The fogginess of the moon, the hidden aspect, the behind the scenes. Okay? But in reverse, this card, you're unmasking the con man. The other energy in reverse for the moon being in reverse, seeing the bigger picture. We've already got the decision was made. You could probably assume that the decision was made before the question was asked. Before you even knew there was a question, the decision was made. Okay? You could probably assume that. But with this moon and the energy is you're having a difficulty between telling what is real and what is not real. In reverse, you're not having that problem. You know exactly what the real deal is. You can see the writing all over the wall. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You have no control over it. Is out of your hands. You've seen the writing on there's nothing hidden. In reverse, there's no hidden agendas. People are knowing, okay, we've gotten to this certain point where we kind of sort of know what part of this is all about, and this is your pink slip, okay? This is your pink slip because the company needs to let it go 100 people. And you know what? We've picked the ones that aren't going, and we picked the ones that are going. The decision, it's out of your control. Here's your pink slip. You know at this point, and it doesn't have to be the loss of a job, you can apply this energy, this message, to any part of the real life that you are living in right now. The writing is on the wall. There's absolutely nothing hidden. If your gut instinct is telling you the truth, even though someone doesn't have enough respect to tell you the truth, your gut instinct is telling you the truth. There is no hidden anything. It's all come out to light. And now you know what the time of day is. Now, honestly, when I was younger, I used to tell my mother, and you know what the thing about it is, didn't we always, I would say, oh, don't worry about it, Mom. This is exactly what we're going to do. And, you know, I was with some guy that she didn't like, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And then I would turn around, and all of the things that he said he was going to help me with fell completely flat. And he sat there on that couch and let all of the plans I made fail. And then I had to go to my mother and admit that I had not been successful. That I did not reach whatever plans we had or whatever was supposed to happen. And I had to admit that I had made a mistake. And out goes that guy. Okay. Now, I did this on a number of occasions in my younger years. I'm not going to date myself now here. But the thing about it is, even though these plans or whatever it is out of your control, and even though the decision was made, there's no hidden agenda. This is seeing the bigger picture at this point. Maybe a con man, or maybe you think there's a con man. In most cases, I'm pretty sure that my mother thought that every single boyfriend that I had in my life was actually a con man of one kind or another. Okay? And you know what? They didn't work out, so she might have been right. But the thing about it is, in a personal situation, if this resonates with you, seeing the bigger picture doesn't mean set in stone. A tarot energy will last maybe 4 or 7 days. Unless I pull a card that defines a specific period of time or a length of time, this read and the energy of it is being pulled today, and it's only good for 4 to 7 days. So this thought process that's going through your head, it will pass. This energy that you're in, or the decision that you make might not pass. Maybe you're making that decision in the next 4 to 7 days. Maybe you've made that decision and you're making announcements of what those plans are in the next 4 or 7 days. But the thing is, seeing the bigger picture doesn't mean set in stone, because that picture changes. To be quite honest with you, how many times in my 61 years has that picture changed? I cannot tell you. I just dated myself. See what you did. You got me to admit it. That picture might change. Something that you don't expect later on down the line might happen, and that whole picture might change. Now, the thing about the real world is you have made all these plans, you have made all these, whatever, is set in stone. Somebody doesn't have any control of this. You know what? If something happens out further down the line, maybe you reach part of your goal and you had to change your plans a little bit here or there because of something else that happened, something you didn't expect. You know what? We just come into a war here and we don't know what's going to happen. And maybe there are changes that we're not going to expect. You can't find fault with anybody else if they've got to make kind of little tiny little changes. If things are happening that are unexpected, go on with your decisions. Go on with the plans that you've made. Stick to that, whatever it is. Okay? Hopefully this is seeing the bigger picture and not unmasking the con man. But you know what? If the thing is coming right down to it, if the problem is that something in your environment is not making you feel comfortable, then you make changes. You make the decisions. And you, alter this or alter that or fix this. Or, even if it means taking a walk when you're having a really bad mood and you just do not want to say something that might be the wrong thing to say. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, now I'm going to be pulling the 3 cards here to clarify the Father of Wands. As the, one card for the Father of Wands. We're pulling a second card for the Father of Wands. Let's see here. We have deliberate choices. This is deliberate actions, deliberate choices in reverse. We're talking a gut instinct. We're talking either you have a gut instinct because somebody else has made deliberate choices and your red flags are flying. And you haven't said anything about it. This is just basically that you are aware that you have, because of this energy right here, that there isn't anything hidden at this point. That this is all up and upright. It's all out there in the open. So, Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. We need a card for the Father of Wands. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Oop. Independent wealth. Independence, success, financial stability, security, profit, prosperity, wealth, property, abundance, rewards, through hard work, collecting on investments, a thriving business, status, freedom, wisdom, maturity, and indulgence. That is, and I read that all, by the way. Why did I read that all? Because you can't read it as well as I could, and I'm not quite sure which one of those would apply. Was the Father of Wands, whatever it is deliberate. Your main focus being on self-promotion. And the energy for this, or the reason that you're making these choices, is that you want to be independent. Maybe you would like to be independently wealthy or financially secure. Okay, so it says here through hard work, which means you're not expecting, I don't think with this energy, some people do expect it to be handed to them, but in this case, you're willing to work for it. But the choices that you're currently making, though, these deliberate choices that are being made, these are being made because your main focus on self-promotion. You're getting all of your ducks in a row. You are focusing on your goals. You want financial stability. You are working on whatever it is that's going to make you happy. Making investments, working hard, working towards abundance. Okay, so that is the energy of that. Now, Spirit guide me. I need a card here for the Two of Swords. Well, the Two of Swords is the decision. Has already been made. It's kind of out of your control at this point. So we're assuming from these cards sitting on the first level that the decision was made by somebody other than me, if it were me. Or if you're watching, the decision was made by somebody other than you. Okay? So let's see what the Two of Cards. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. What is the card we... Oops, too many. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. We want one to pop out really good here. What's a message for the Two of the Swords here, Spirit guide me? Archangel Michael, protection, please. Archangel Michael, protect this message and guide me. There we go. Okay, this one's in reverse, and because of that, I gotta read it. Okay. Maybe. Balance. Balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs, adaptability, flexibility, juggling life, juggling money, transferring money, profit and loss, income and outgoings, financial decisions, financial stress, and partnership. But it is the energy of balance. It's the Two of Pentacles. And, it does have to do with financing. Now, with the Two of Swords, the decision is completely out of your hands, and it's been made. The decision that's been made has something to do with Pentacles, though. It has something to do with Pentacles. And whatever situation, I could choose any number of those definitions. But balance, I would probably say being flexible, if you can be flexible. In my mind, seeing the situation from the side of both parties, if a decision was made and it wasn't made by you, trying to look at things from the perspective of both sides, that would be a balance. Being adaptable. Okay. So something that you expected or you were promised didn't pan out the way that you had thought it was going to. Maybe something completely different happened. You need to be balanced. You need to be adaptable. This has everything to do with your financial security, and this has everything to do with being financially independent and successful. And this has to do with the decision was made. Like I said, the decision might not have been made by the person watching this video. The decision was made by someone. That is the energy that I'm picking up. And the reason the decision was made was they needed some kind of balance. Balance can be compatibility. Which person are you more compatible with? The personnel manager has to let go of 5 people in the warehouse. Now, you're not going to waste your time and energy going to work every single day, kissing everybody's... Okay. So, you might not be compatible. You might do a really, really, really good job. What the personnel manager is looking at is... do all of the people that are working on that shift or in that warehouse have enough in common to be compatible with one another? Are they working well together as a team? And then she's going to look at the people that aren't, and that's where she's going to take her 5 to reduce the staff. Okay, balance. Balance can be juggling, and this does not necessarily have to do with money. This definitely has to do with the focus of your profit margin, okay, and the choices and decisions that are being made to conserve the financial balance, to make sure you have the resources that you need, to make sure you're able to earn the resources. If you run up against a situation where there's too much spending, cut back on some of the things that you don't need. If you're running into a situation where you're not able to earn enough, figure out a way to bring that up or bring another person in, or the balance to reach this stability. And the decision was already made. And it was made to create a better balance for whoever it was that made the decision. Maybe that had to do with happiness in some ways. Maybe the choices being made would make that person happier. And that would also increase the level of balance. Because a person who's not happy is not going to be successful with finances. Or anything else for that matter. Now with the Moon card, we got one more. We're going to pull. Okay, one more. With the Moon card, we're going to pull one more. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. I have the Moon. I not only have the Moon, I have 2 moons in a row that are reversed. Again, deception, your subconscious, your fears, your dreams, your intuition. Okay? In reverse, it is releasing fear. It is unveiling secrets, okay? So like I said, unmasking, looking at the bigger picture, unmasking, subsiding your anxiety. You have the truth now, regaining your composure. Self-deception. That's one I didn't mention before. 2 moon cards in a row. What kind of energy is that? And you know what? The Moon card is ruled by the 3rd eye chakra. So that is 3 energies that are ruled by the 3rd, or 4 energies altogether that are ruled by the 3rd eye chakra in this read so far. I couldn't elaborate any more on this Moon being in reverse. This is unveiling the truth. This is the decision was made and you are letting this information out. Now that you've gotten to a certain point, and this is primarily being made, these decisions for the balance. Because originally here, what you wanted, the choices were being deliberate. And they were being deliberately made, probably without your knowledge. And they were being deliberately made so that somebody could be independent. So somebody could work towards financial independence. So somebody could collect on investments that they made and make sure that they keep all those investments completely to themselves or whatever it is. Okay? Whatever the deliberate choice is. And like I said, there was a little bit of information there. Energy of self-promotion. So maybe you did certain things deliberately with intent because you saw or you knew that there were going to be choices that were being made, or you were aware that choices were being made, and these choices were being made based on a little birdie whispering in the ear of another, or promises that were made, or finding out things as they go, as, oh, we can do this, or we can do this, or you know what I mean? The thing about it is we don't all just make a decision and stick to it. Usually every day we have energy that's coming in our direction every day, every day, every day. So you might make this decision in 10 days down the road. If it's something very small, you might improve on that decision. Something that you didn't think about might come along. Or it might be better, or it might be easier, or it might be more affordable, or whatever. But you've got a double Moon card here, which basically is shouting, look at the bigger picture. Keep in mind that the Moon card also means unmasking the con man. So I've got 2 definitions for the Moon, and I've got 2 Moon cards. So I'm going to get the Citadel out here. Now I like the Citadel. It's not the Rider-Waite definitions, and they're really, really hard to shuffle. But I want the Citadel card for the moons. Because you know what? Two moons, both upside down. And that was a natural draw, by the way. I know you can't see my shuffle, but you know what? That was a natural draw. I've never had that happen. Over 200 or 300 readings or something like that. Probably more. Spirit guide me. Us define or enhance or enlighten the energy of the double moon cards in reverse. I ask for protection and guidance. Archangel Michael, I ask for protection and guidance. Archangel Michael, I ask for guidance. That's the one I got. The Adventurer, Responsibility, and Expectations. Let me pull this up. It's in the upright. Okay, this is for the moon cards. This is clarifying just for the double moon because, you know, that is very, 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 very odd. Alright. The Adventurer. Yeah, that is definitely very odd. It has never happened before. So, The Adventurer. I need to read this to you because the Citadel is like that. You read the book. In the upright. At the gates of Citadel, a small group has gathered with horses, carts, bags laden with supplies. It is clear they intend to be gone for a long time, but one figure gazes back at the Citadel as though they fear they'll never see it again. They must step out of their safe zone, becoming a part of something larger. But are they ready? The adventurer never wanted more than their small life, and the fear of failure is crippling. Somehow you've ended up in a position in which the weight of expectation is heavier than you wanted. Unwanted responsibility is a heavy burden, and there are plenty of people waiting for you to fail, but there are just as many waiting to catch up and help you. Don't try to face it alone. Ask for help. Break the task down into smaller parts and take it day by day or even hour by hour if you need to. There's no greater achievement than proving your naysayers wrong. Wow, story of my life. Was I've already dated myself. When you get older, you're not as strong, you're not as fast, and sometimes in order to accomplish a task, we need to break things down. And I try to do that. If it says something as simple as the small little things that I do to get through the day, or if it's the heavy burden of the 12 hours that you need to get through before you can come home. It basically says here to break this responsibility down. There's expectations in this, and the moon is seeing the bigger picture, okay? The adventurer is taking these responsibilities and breaking these responsibilities down into manageable, bite-sized pieces that don't overwhelm. And that was actually, and there were 2 cards there. And I didn't see that. Oh, well, let's make this part of the read. Because I didn't even see that. These cards are it just came out together. They were stuck together. My bad. But you know what? They're on the table, aren't they? So let's look up the twins. There's no rules here. I can do that one. It says self-protection and dual natures. The twins. And I've been getting a lot of energy from the twins in my private reads. No, those are private reads just for me. I don't do professional reads. The twins. Where are we? And the twins is in reverse. And again, we have to read the book. And I like this deck, but I did not expect that. I do apologize because I didn't even see that. Reversed. The relationship isn't with another, but with yourself. What was in balance is now off kilter. The two sides of you are warring, making it hard to make decisions. Or perhaps you're struggling to balance periods of manic productivity with sluggish demotivation. It's time to bring your energy back into balance and work out a happy medium. Again, it's focusing on the balance. But what it's telling us is this is you we're talking about. This whole thing is you. If you're resonating with this message, this is you that we're talking about. And it says self-protection and dual natures, duality. You're torn. The decision was made. It's out of your hands and you're torn. At this point, the decisions were made for a reason. Because somebody needed their independence. And all of that other stuff that card means. We're not going over it again. But the twins here is saying the adventure, the responsibility, the taking what you need to take care of and doing it in little bite size, whatever you're able to accomplish as you get through your day. And if your day manages to be 3 hours and then you have to stop and take a nap, then so be it. But this is you. The decision was made, maybe not by you. But whatever it is that you are able to deal with. And trust me, when I mention that three hours, I am definitely talking about what I'm capable of. Now we're going to be pulling out the cosmic insights. And we need one of these. Hopefully only one will come out. Okay, Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. We're actually got short of an hour, and I could make the reading longer, but a lot of people do that, except that I don't need. Manifest. Flew right out. That's our second flyer. If you remember at the beginning of the read, the first flyer was the first card I pulled out. That flew right out. I did not plan that. I don't plan any of this, actually. I find it quite enjoyable. I do not have a memory. I do not... I rely completely on my intuition because I don't have the six senses. My memory was my eyes, my hearing, my ability, my physical. All of those senses are pretty much worn out on me. So I rely completely on my intuitive ability. And I do meditate quite often. And this here says to tell the universe exactly what you want. If this energy is resonating with you and this reading is saying that this is you, you are capable of manifesting whatever it is that you want in your life. Okay, if it's a situation, you need to maintain and hold on to your balance. If it's a decision but it wasn't yours, you've got no control over it, it was made, get over it. Find your solution. Open the other door, the one to the right. Open the other door, the one to the left. Make the best choices or decisions that you could possibly make for the situation that you're currently in. And keep on moving. But this basically focuses on manifestation, and that is completely possible. You have a situation and you don't know what the problem is. You stay positive. And there's some fear, which is, by the way, low vibrational. and you do some meditation and you find some quiet time and you just let everything go out of your head. And if you do that often enough, you are capable of manifesting the most surprising and amazing things in your life. Okay. We're at 50 minutes. Unless I know that I try to make it an hour. You know, I get punished if it goes over an hour. If I try to put it up into Instagram, they say it's too long. And you know, the thing about it is, it doesn't matter because I don't get tips and I'm not making money anyways. I'm doing it for my enjoyment. This is Barbara with Timeless Energy. I do thank you. If you enjoyed the content of this video, press like, press subscribe. My little channel really needs the help. Okay, thank you very much for your donations, and do look at the link with the current information, which starts with the word harmony. Thank you. God bless. Happy holidays. And do come back and check my channel out anytime. My videos are timeless. I do make edits out of the original videos. You will see those edits floating around, and I do appreciate your time and energy and your visit with me today.